Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Syabela Putri Kalisa, and I'm here today. I want to explain about morphology. So, morphology is the study of structure of words, and the smallest unit of meaning in a word is called morpheme. Okay, there are two types of morphemes. There is free morphemes, which can stand alone like cat, and bound morphemes, which must be attacked with another morphemes. For the example is as in cats. As in cat cannot stand alone as independent word in sentence. And then morphemes can be roots, which is the main part of word, and affixes, which is the additional morpheme, which include prefix before the root and suffix after the root. For the example is prefix is like unreal. The affix is before the root, before the word real, and then suffix is after the root, like cats. S in the back of cat is suffix because it comes after the root. Okay, there are two main types of morphology. It is actually three types, but today I want to tell you about the two of types. The first is derivational morphology. So derivational morphology, it can create new words and can change the word's meaning or word class. For the example is care. Care can be change the word class because kata-kata care, word care bisa berubah menjadi careful, bisa juga menjadi careless. So the category of word is change. The second is inflectional morphology. Inflectional morphology can change the form of a word to show tense, number, without changing its meaning or class. For the example is like cat. Cat, if we add s in the back, it becomes a plural or many cat. And then like quick, if we add a suffix in the back, it like quicker or quickest, it changed the like number or like the tenses of the word, but doesn't change the meaning of the word. Okay, next material is morphological process, atau yang bisa disebut dengan kata bahasa Indonesia proses morfologi. Jadi, proses morfologi adalah cara-cara kata dibentuk dalam bahasa. So, morphological process is divided into 8 sections. The first section is affixation. Affixation adalah menambahkan bound morpheme atau imbuhan ke root morpheme atau kata dasarnya. Seperti yang kita pelajari sebelumnya, affixation is like divided into two, like prefix and suffix. But today I tell you about the third one is infix atau sisipan, like sisipan dalam sebuah kata. The second section is compounding. Compounding adalah menggabungkan dua kata bebas menjadi satu kata baru. For the example is toothbrush. From the tooth and brush become toothbrush atau sikat gigi. Another example is sun plus flower. Sun matahari plus flower bunga. sunflower menjadi bunga matahari. The third section is reduplication. Reduplication is like repeating or mengulang seluruh atau sebagian kata. So the example of full reduplication like bye-bye. Bye-bye it mean like bye-bye gitu kan. And then the partial reduplication like mama. The root or the main word is ma. The fourth section is conversion or zero derivation. Jadi, conversion adalah untuk mengubah kelas kata tanpa menambahkan imbuhan. For the example, book. Book is noun. Book, buku adalah noun. Kita bisa mengubahnya menjadi verb ketika kita mengartikan book itu sebagai like a book, booking hotel, like that. And the fifth is clipping. Clipping adalah memendekkan kata dengan menghapus sebagiannya. For example, is telephone. Telephone we mostly say or write as a phone. Kita hapus tele di sana dan mengubah menjadi hanya phone. Same with advertisement. Advertisement kita ubah menjadi ad. The sixth section is blending. Blending adalah menggabungkan bagian dari dua kata. So, the example is like breakfast and lunch. Breakfast adalah sarapan dan lunch adalah makan siang. Kita gabungkan menjadi brunch. And then, the seventh section is acronym or an initialism. Akronim adalah singkatan yang bisa dibaca sebagai satu kata. For example is NASA. NASA adalah singkatan dari NASA. Tapi kita bisa bacanya sebagai satu kata. Sedangkan initialism adalah singkatan yang dibaca per huruf. Contohnya FBI. And the last section is suppletion. Suppletion adalah perubahan bentuk kata secara tidak beraturan atau merubah semua bentuk kata. For the example is go. Go in like verb 1 is go and the verb 2 is went. Same with good. Good di verb 1 adalah good. Tapi di verb 2 adalah better. And untuk mengatakan bahwa dia sangat baik atau paling baik, kita mengubahnya menjadi best. Jadi suppletion ini merubah bentuk kata secara keseluruhan dan tidak beraturan. So, that is a full material from me about morphology. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.